Hi traders, let's take a look at a trade that I took on Go, which ran to my stop loss. Here we can see that price has created a 4-hour bearish fair value gap, as well as a 1-hour bullish fair value gap. So when price mitigated the 4-hour bearish fair value gap, I was waiting for price to head upwards, right? As seen by this sell side liquidity sweep. So going to the 1-hour, we can see that there's a 1-hour bullish fair value gap, right? So going down to the 15 and 30 minutes, right, you can see that there's a sell side sweep first, which is what we want for price to head upwards. So if you follow the checklist, there's a presence of liquidity sweep on the higher and lower time frames. Then you have to wait for a mitigation of the opposing lower time frame imbalance, which is technically it's not lower time frame, but it is this forward bearish fair value gap, which got mitigated by this bullish candle. After that, we will wait for a 3 or 5 minute change of character. So after the liquidity sweep, I went to the 5 minutes and look for a changing character here. And afterwards, creation of a uniform fair value gap, which is this 5 minute bullish fair value gap right here. Right, but it headed downwards to the 5 minute bullish order block. Okay, it doesn't matter. So after that, price retested it and I looked for buy entries. Right. Yeah, unfortunately it went down. Right. Before I took the trade, I did think that there was a buy side sweep because of the huge bullish candle on the low time frame. So here on the 4-hour, we can see that price stepped into the 4-hour bearish order block, and so it swept this candle's high, and afterwards, price dumped down before continuing upwards. So see that on the lower time frame, yeah, price stepped into the 1-hour bearish order block also, and dumped down. So if we were to hit to the 5 minute, 15 minutes, on the 15 minutes you can't really see a change of character, right? So I guess we should have looked to the 15 minutes to give us a proper change of character, right? Because we are in the forward bearish fair value gap. So I think we do have to be more flexible with our trading plan. On the 5 minutes, you can see that how, how I know it's a liquidity sweep is because of this 5 minute bearish fair value gap that got created, right? So price came down to mitigate the came down to mitigate right. Price came down to mitigate the 1-hour bullish fair value gap, right? And so this 5 minute bearish fair value gap got created in return, right? And so it got created, which meant that there was a liquidity sweep. But I ignored that fact because I thought we are in the process of mitigating the 1-hour bullish fair value gap, so it's normal for us to create this bearishness. But it was actually a sign that price was good. Price was gonna hit downwards, and the mitigation wasn't complete, right? The 1-hour bullish fair value gap only mitigated until this area. Right? This, yeah. So afterwards, of course, the trade didn't work out, and in fact, the real liquidity sweep was at the bottom, right? So I guess the main thing is to look out for the higher time frame narrative before we enter for a trade, because on the 5 minutes, you can see that even though the 5 minute bearish fair value gap has been mitigated, the order block still holds, right? So price actually respected the order block and eventually headed downwards to the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So yeah, and so this change of character here is a it's not a reliable one, even though we created a 5 minute bullish fair value gap in the process, right? And during the process, a 5 minute bearish fair value gap is also formed, right? So the main thing is to look out for the narrative, which was this 5 minute bearish fair value gap that was holding along with the order block, right? So if you were to focus and look at the next trade setup, right, you can follow the same rules, right? Runs of liquidity sweep, right, below the inside of the 1 hour bullish order block. Okay, and this always happens inside the order blocks or below it, right? So after a sweep, with a mitigation of opposing low time frame imbalance, and in this case, the opposing imbalances has already been mitigated, which is this 30-minute bearish fair value gap, right? So after the mitigation, wait for a change of character on the 3 or 5 minute, and also a creation of a newly formed bullish fair value gap. So the 15 minute. Okay, so since we are in the 1 hour bullish fair value gap, right? We'll look for 5 minute entries. So afterwards, there's a change of character here, right? With a 5 minute bullish fair value gap being created, right? So yeah. However, the gap wasn't closed, right? The gap wasn't tapped into, probably because of this long wick doji candle. So in the 15 minutes, actually you can see that 15-minute time frame, there's another 15-minute bullish fair value gap that we can use, right? So after creation of a 15, in this case it was also 30-minute bullish fair value gap. Most likely we'll be looking at the 30-minute. So when price came down to mitigate it, okay, 15, okay, I need their retest. We should look for a change of character on the, I guess 1 minute is fine. So and this will be the change of character. After price came up and retest, we could enter for sell. Sorry, for buys. Buy position. Right, so we can put our SL below this lows. And what's the, yeah, and this will be the 5 minute bullish fair value gap, right? So we do not have to put it below this because the 15 minute is way stronger than 5 minute. So below this lows will be enough. And then we'll target the imbalance right here. Right, the forward imbalance. Yep. And this will give us a 1 to 9.3.